Hello guys, so today we are revising the Unreal Past. Now I'm going to connect my screen and show you what Unreal Past is. It's quite easy. So for example, you may have heard the phrase, I wish you were here now. Okay, so even though we're talking about the present, okay, because we have the word now, we use the simple past, okay. So this is unreal past because we're not actually talking about the past, we're talking about the present, but we're using the simple past tense. Okay, also you may have heard the phrase, if only I were younger. Okay, when? Now again. So we are also talking about the present, but we use once more the simple past. Suppose you won $1 million. What would you do? Okay, when? Now, suppose you won now $1 million. What would you do? So even though I'm talking about the present, okay, I use won, that is simple past. Okay, here I use where, that is the simple past of the verb be, in the second sentence as well, and now I use the simple past of the verb win. Now, there are other instances where this might also happen. We might be talking about the present, but using the past. Take, for example, a sentence with the verb, I would rather. I would rather, I would prefer, you came earlier tomorrow. Okay. Now, I'm talking about the future. I could be talking about the present as well. But what I am using is the simple past of the verb come. I'd rather say you came earlier tomorrow. Okay. One more instance is when I have the phrase it's time. It's time, or it's about time, or it's high time. We left now. So once again, I use the past simple of the verb leave. Okay, I say left, even though I'm talking about the present. And one more instance would be with what if. What if I told you that tomorrow there's no school? Okay, many kids would be happy, I guess. What if I told you that tomorrow there's no school? So I say, what if I told you? Told is the simple past of the verb tell. Okay, when? Now. Okay, so even though I'm talking about the present, I use the simple past. And one last instance that I can think of is in the second condition now. We say, if I were you, if I were in your shoes, I would study more. So I say, if I were you, when? Once again, now. Okay, I cannot be in your shoes. This is unreal past, of course. Okay, but I use once more the simple past of the verb to be. Okay, so what is the unreal past? Okay, the fact that we use past tenses to talk about the present or even the future in this instance. So when do we use the unreal past? Whenever we have the verb I wish, whenever we have the phrase if only, if we have suppose or supposing, whenever I have I would rather, and I'm talking about another person, about the present or the future, with the phrases it's time, and we need to add it's about time, it's high time, okay, with what if, and in the second conditional, okay? second conditional. Now, well, there's a question arising. So if I use the past to talk about the present and the future, in case I want to talk about the past with the very same verbs, which tense do I use? Well, so whenever I want to talk about the past, I will use now the past perfect simple. Okay, since I've used the simple past in order to talk about the present and the future, I might use the past perfect simple to talk about the past. Okay, so I can say here in the first sentence, I wish I had been wiser in the past. Okay, so had been is the past perfect simple of the verb be. Okay, I wish I had been wiser in the past. Now, so we need to use the had been here. Okay, now in the second instance, if only I had listened to my mom's advice when I was younger. I didn't listen to her, unfortunately. Okay, so when I was younger, okay, that's past. So what's the tense that I'm using again? Had listened. Okay, once more, I have the past perfect simple tense. I'll put it down here so that you can see it better. Okay, had listened. Okay, that's it. Now, in the third case, suppose you won. Well, suppose you had been invited in the party back then, would you have gone? Okay. In this instance, I would rather you came earlier tomorrow. I would rather you had attended my party yesterday. Okay. Once more, I use past perfect. I would rather you had attended my party yesterday. Okay. Attended. Sorry. Okay. It's time we left now. It was time we had left, maybe, but I'm not, well, I don't like it very much. What if I told you that tomorrow there's no school? What if he had told you the truth back then? If I were you, I would study more. That's the second conditional. So if I want to talk about the past, I will use the third one, where once more we have past perfect simple. If I had been in your shoes back then, I would have reacted in a different way. Okay. So guys, I revise once more what I have said so far. So what the unreal past is the fact that we use the simple past tense, when we're talking about the present or the future. Okay. Now, in case we want to talk about the past reference, we're going to use the past perfect simple. Okay. Okay. Now, where do we find the unreal past? In phrases with wish, the verb wish, if only, suppose, supposing, I would rather, okay, it's time, it's about time, it's high time, what if, and in the second conditional. Now, since we have used the simple past in order to talk about the present or the future, what is left if we want to talk about the past is the past perfect simple. Okay, so these sentences could be used to talk about the past using the past perfect simple. That's all. Quite easy, I would say. So I hope it was helpful. Till next time, bye-bye.